How's it going? We're going to see another movie this weekend. This movie is called Horizon, an American Saga, Part 1.
Part 1 of 3 or 4?
4.
4.
And get this one,'s fucking 3 hours and 12 minutes.
Of Kevin
boring
Costner.
ass. Here's the thing, I have a problem with Kevin Costner is he just puts me right to fucking sleep. His voice.
It's monotone.
He's
monotone and soft and doesn't have...
And he has...
What does he sound like when he yells?
Right?
Can he yell? I don't think he can.
I've seen him yell. I don't know.
Like, what? Like in a dream when you scream and nothing comes out, that's what I imagine what he sounds like. Nothing.
No, he's always in really boring movies. And he has no facial expressions. It sucks.
No, like, he's what? Dances with Wolves and
him.
I want
to like him.
I know. Dances with Wolves and like maybe Robin Hood were like movies that like kind of... And then you get into Waterworld and you're like, oh my God. I'm so sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
You didn't deserve that. A lot of people didn't deserve that.
He probably had something to do with producing that too.
Maybe.
So this one, he wrote and directed it.
And produced it?
I think so.
Probably. It's his creation.
This is all his.
This is him.
And here's the thing. It's 3 hours and 12 minutes. Next month, there's another one, part 2. And that's like, I looked it up, it's almost 3 hours. And then there's 2 more after this. And it's like, holy fuck,
so
12
here's the thing,
hours.
If this is like not good, are we still committed to the other 3?
I don't think so.
Because why would you, right? Because you're
Correct.
like, well, it can't be better than the
intro.
The first one.
Yeah.
Like, you want to... So what if it's good? Then we're committed to like 12 hours of...
I was thinking we should do some like stand-up shtick right now because we want our video to represent how long this fucking movie is. So we want the intro to be like 12 minutes. So what do you got?
What?
Come on,
here's what I got. I got a
shtick.
Beard that I'm gonna wear that's growing out like down to my fucking ass.
Rip Van Winkle and shit.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Well, I got G Fuel. I hope that gets me through this fucking hell.
I don't know. I have a feeling that we're gonna be... Oh God, I have a feeling that it's gonna be a lot better than what we think. I like the time period.
I didn't watch the trailer. He's a Wild West nut.
I mean, I'm not...
I didn't watch the trailer, but I saw this cringy, shitty fucking video.
You didn't tell me
this. No, we saw it.
Oh, I was like...
Where Greg Marcus of Marcus Theaters sits down with Kevin Costner.
Yeah!
And he's trying to tell jokes.
They're both... Marcus, I know you love him and you're a fanboy.
I like Marcus because he's like Dad Joke the person.
He's walking Dad Joke. He's a Dad Joke meme.
That's why I like him. Because he's just...
He's like Bob Saget when he's actually supposed to be, what's his name, Tanner. Like the actual like... Danny Tanner, like not the actual Bob Saget.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, shit,
but
dude, I don't know.
Watching him and Costner go back and forth about this movie, like...
It was a gotcha and like that's stupid. I was like, no, Kevin Costner.
No, dude. And it's not live. They could have written it way better. You could tell he was like reading a script.
It was forced and uncomfortable, and I don't...
So that's the only thing I know about this movie is the bad taste of that little interview thing left in my mouth.
It ruined it before we even got started, but we'll see. Maybe,
and then once I found out this is 3 hours and 12 minutes, it's like, fucking crap. No, I think it's 3 hours and 1 minute. My bad.
3 hours and
whatever.
1 minute too long. No, like, what was the last 3 hour movie we watched? Because I remember saying...
Killers of the Flower Moon? No, Oppenheimer.
Was after Killers of the Flower Moon?
I think so.
Oh, okay. I feel like there was a point where we're like, we're never watching another 3 hour... I think Killers of the Flower Moon...
That killed it for me,
made it
literally.
So, like, not worth it to go see a movie like that long. So, I don't know.
I think I rated that too high, too.
Probably.
Looking back, I was like, I think that's like a fucking 4.
To, like... What we thought it was going to be when we went in, that's for sure. Well,
here's hoping I hope it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I want to be immersed in the time period.
That he's not in it very much.
He's clear. I think it's following him across the country.
That could be cool. It could be cool.
I hope so.
Again, I'm about that time period. I really like that time period. So
I kind of don't, but I don't really. It's not. I'm just indifferent to it.
I will say this.
I'm more of a World War II guy.
Yeah, me too. I get, but like I feel like I'm more of a frontier guy than like
Sure.
a pre-Civil War, like or you know, cowboy era.
You're like 1700s?
No, I mean more like early 1800s.
Oh, okay.
1820 to 1840.
Not the stand in a line and shoot each other period?
No, the colonial shit's kind of dumb to me. It seems a little
Gotcha.
dated and
Well-
dated, of course it's dated, but you know what I mean. Compared to like, I like a little bit better
he's
technology.
not even trying anymore for shtick.
No, but
Anyway.
like, yeah. So hopefully, because recently, well, in the last few years, I started watching a lot of
Westerns?
like, yeah, the classical westerns, and I'm like, wow, I really do actually.
He told
like
me the other day, he's like, I really like The Quick and the Dead. And I was like, oh, shut
That's
up.
my favorite fucking.
I hate that movie.
It's so great. It's
He shoots
so
a
not a
horse
western.
and he sees this
it's
shadow.
Perfect.
It's so
It's
dumb.
cheesy. It's made to be.
I hate that movie.
I don't know. For
Who
me,
cares?
whatever.
Anyway, we're gonna go see this
yeah.
long-ass fucking movie.
All right.
Wish us luck. I'm ill-equipped. I didn't drink enough of this. I don't know. I went to the bathroom. That helps, I'm sure.
Yeah, I hope. We gotta get in there. So.
Yeah.
All right.
6
well,
minutes, so.
And you gotta ditch that.
Yep.
That's just a liquid mess.
I didn't even.
It's like
I only ate that much.
It's
of it.
all liquid in there,
Yeah.
guys. It's
I couldn't even. I was like, oh, sounds good. Ice cream. It's fucking hot out. No.
No.
Anyway, we'll
Cool.
see you guys sometime later. I guess not. Well, yeah, we saw Rise in an American Saga.
In American
Right out the gate.
Saga.
Give me 3 more. I want 3 more.
Yep. Bring it.
I'm
shovel
so
it
in.
on us.
I'm
pour
so
us
in. And I'm glad we don't have to wait 2 years. It's 1 month.
Yep. It's not
It's
far away.
amazing.
So, holy shit. This movie is 3 hours and 1 minute, you said?
I think so. It was either that or 3 hours and
It
10.
did not feel like that at all.
No, I actually wanted to go longer.
That's where we're at with this.
Yeah.
I was like, don't like.
I wanted to
God.
see. So there's There's 5 stories going on,
and they're all sort of swirling around. Well,
you can tell they're all leading to the same place.
Yeah, but so there's 5 stories and like a million famous actors in this. I had no idea.
There's
there's like 15 people that are like.
There's so many good actors though.
Yes.
Every single character in this
Holy crap.
is a badass motherfucker, except for like this one couple.
And you, well, but they're the anti-badass couple. They stick out because they're from the city.
They're purposely
they're like
rich folk going out west.
yeah, and they don't know what they're getting into.
Prim and proper,
But
still good actors. Though.
wow, so 5 stories. They're all converging, and
I'm just gonna roll them down.
I'm gonna say this, like,
There you go.
you know how we tease Kevin Costner and stuff. He's good in this.
Killed it in this.
You
don't see him for the first hour though.
don't because his story didn't start yet.
Correct.
So like they set you up with this story, then this, and then once you have all 5, then they go back to, and then they start swirling around each other, sort of. I mean,
you can tell they're all
converging.
going to one spot.
They are, yeah.
Man, I'm fucking excited about this
Literally.
being 4 movies.
Yeah,
I'm excited, like, cause
when it showed, like, there's a montage at the end, and it
That they
shows
kinda-
previews of
the future movies?
episodes. I was like, oh,
it's gonna be fucking good, man.
This is epic storytelling. This is gonna be like a masterpiece. I mean, not even kidding.
Fuck
Like,
yeah!
this is
If it's even a level below this, I'd still
It's
give
still-
the whole series like
yeah, it's amazing.
stuff.
So okay,
It's so beautifully shot. It's
is.
so well acted.
The music's
I suggest
good. The pacing's
I'm just
awesome.
gonna go right out and tell you, go fucking see this in the theater
Yeah, for
to
sure.
support it.
Support it. Well, okay, so when we ordered tickets, we were the only ones in there, right?
There ended up being
then-
like 10 people.
Yeah, so I feel good about that. You know,
It's a weird time of day. 3 p.m.
Yeah.
isn't like the most.
no,
You know.
I think that there'll be more later, but like, if you're into the Wild West
I
and,
think
and the crazy shit going on,
Hopefully,
this
word
is
of
your
mouth
movie.
makes this steamroll like in following weekends. I
Yes.
hope like next weekend it starts killing. Because
Yeah, for
man,
sure.
it needs to.
It needs to.
This is so worth your money, and
It is.
it's like worth your support to like support the writer, director, and the whole crew and everyone.
Everybody. There's some serious
I can't
actors
believe
in
how
this.
beautiful this movie is.
Yeah. This is one of those movies where you're like, I love that character, and I love that character.
I loved them
Every
all.
single character is unique
Even
and
the,
interesting.
the
and
dirty bastards and shit. You're like,
they're so
he
well
plays
done.
such a good dirty
that
bastard.
Yeah. Oh my God. There's a couple in here. You're like, ooh.
Everyone, the actual hardcore like outlaw type people, are so believably grisly. Like, like, and they have
They're
awesome,
vicious.
Even the one guy who gets killed, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, he has like
he had me by like I was so intimidated by him.
I know, and
I'm not even in the fucking movie.
Fucking deepest voice ever.
Yeah, it was creepy.
Oh my God! Yeah, that guy was like amazing. I would watch him.
His like he can.
I want to. If he's in some sort of fucking streaming show, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
like he's like that was some of the best acting ever.
It really was.
Yeah,
it really was. I was shaking in my shoes. I was say boots, but I
held my breath one time, and then I was like. I just realized that.
You're like, I should probably
there's a lot of intense moments. This movie is so fucking visceral.
Yeah.
And like, oh my God, it's brutal.
The way he builds up tension in this, the writing is exquisite.
And every fucking gunfight, you don't know who's gonna die or what's gonna happen because
all the characters are expendable, which is really good writing.
You start learning and loving these people, and then like this father-son end up dying. I was like,
I'm like, oh wait, but I thought they were gonna get like we got to know them, and now they're dead, and it's like it's like Game of Thrones level of like anyone could be next.
Yeah.
So it's just the intensity gets
and especially once they show that montage at the fucking end.
Oh man.
I was like, oh my God, so many people are dying. There's so many gunfights in the montage. I was like, oh my God. Because I'll tell you this movie is amazing and great. It's not super action packed. It's just it's ramping everything up, and I'm so fucking into it.
Yeah.
that I didn't. Sure. It didn't bother me that there was only like 3 gunfights.
Yeah, because there's just so much. Like the gunfights were almost the least intense moments because there's just like resolution, and then you're like, breathing and shit. It's the shit leading up to that is just like. Oh my God!
There's so many stories going on.
Yes.
There's so many groups of characters that are all going, out west or like whatever.
He wrote this?
Yeah, I think he wrote and directed it.
Holy shit! The guy knows what he's doing.
I take back everything I ever said, Kevin Costner.
I'm sorry, Kevin.
You're fucking amazing.
That's crazy.
And you're like one of the best directors who ever lived now.
It's unbelievable.
I completely changed my entire tune on
that good.
I wonder if the wind is going to, if we're going to hear it in the camera, but whatever.
It's okay. We're loud.
Yeah, bravo, Kevin Costner.
Absolutely. Shit.
Yeah,
so
God, I was like, I teared up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like 4 fucking times.
Yeah.
Like 4 times. There's so much loss and stuff going on.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
There's a lot of heartbreaking shit, and
there's a lot of,
and it's a violent, horrible world back then.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally a lawless land.
The Wild West, dude. It's fucking crazy.
So, well, I don't want to get into spoilers, I guess, but we
can rate it.
I don't know. It's at least a 9. This is a 9 territory, maybe.
I'm a 10.
So, you are a 10?
Oh, for sure. I'm so into this. I'm like, fuck, a whole nother month. Like I want to fucking. I wish I could binge that shit. I want to binge watch this movie.
You know, the way it was making me feel, that is 10 territory. I'm not gonna lie.
So I'm a 10. What do you got? So we can get into spoilers.
I don't want to redact it later and be like do that Oppenheimer shit later.
Yeah. I definitely think it's a 10. But
I can't fault it for a single thing.
At first,
so that's a 9, no matter what.
At first, I thought, like while we were watching it, I thought it was bloated with characters because it kept switching to the next, and they're like, oh, who the fuck are these? This whole new bunch.
First,
there's like suddenly there's 50 new people you got.
Like a whole nother party and whole nother micro story going.
That's
on.
20 minutes, and then suddenly, boom, there's another dozen people that you get to know, and like I thought it was bloated, but. As soon as it cycled back through the whole lot of them,
these guys again, I love them. And then you got to know them too.
Luke Wilson, I was like, he's in this. And I was like, I typically don't like his acting. And I was like, you're so good in this, dude.
He's really good.
You're the best. What do you got? So we can get spoilers.
Give me a second. I don't think it's a. I think it's a 9 for me.
Go for it. Okay,
I'm gonna give it a 9.
I'm gonna give it a 10.
I don't
for sure.
It might be a 10. I don't know. Here's the thing. Like, it didn't end. It's not a resolved story yet.
Correct.
So, like,
as its own movie,
it's a 9 for sure.
I teared up I was like,
yeah.
I thought it was the most beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I love all the characters. I love all the acting.
The time period, the set pieces, all of the shit in there is so immaculate. Some of the micro shit that, because I'm always looking at people's like, what's on their belt, and what's like, I'm looking at that stuff.
How do they make camp? It was so well done. The period was captured, and I was
100%.
I'll tell you this, I was completely fully immersed the whole time.
I'm glad we sat up close too.
Yeah, we went and sat up front, and it was like fucking amazing.
More.
God, I love it. So you're a 9?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a 9.
I'm a 10, and spoilers.
This is probably the best movie I've seen all year.
Yeah, I'll give it that for sure.
I mean, Lisa Frankenstein has a special spot in my heart, but this is a totally different animal. And this is a 3-hour movie that managed to not feel like it.
I wanted more.
Yeah, I could have sat there for another 2 hours. I could have sat there.
I hate to say it like this, but I could have sat there. If they would have let me piss, I would have sat through the next one. If it was ready.
Without even...
I'd literally just binge it all day today. That's how fucking into it I am.
Yeah.
So
I mean, when this series wraps up, I might be like, the whole series as a whole might just be a 10.
Yeah.
It's
because I can see where this is heading.
Yeah, and if it's going where it seems to be going.
And
son of a bitch.
So basically, Horizon in American Saga, Horizon is this town that we don't even know who's pushing for.
Yeah.
Someone is paying to get all these brochures printed. And they keep showing up everywhere you go in the movie.
They think it's a mining, like a gold.
And everyone just keeps trying to go there. So they set up this camp.
It doesn't say. People are trying to settle it.
Trying to settle it, but the Apaches come and murder them. I hate.
Well, they don't always do that. So there's the Apache.
Certain groups of the
Apaches, younger groups actually.
It's all the young people.
The young people are like, fuck these people, like they can't be on our lands. Where are we gonna go from here? And like the elders are like, you're gonna start a war. They're just gonna keep coming. Why are you fucking this up for us? And so that divides the Apaches in 2 groups.
Yes.
And so that's part. They're their own. There's so many factions going on.
It's hard to like fault anyone's ideals.
No, you can't.
We were here first, all that shit, and they come and but it just sucks that the bad Apaches are murdering children like nothing.
Yeah, and it's
don't give a fuck. And there's a lot of horrific.
But then there's some characters like the boy.
This is bigger than Lord of the Rings. This movie is like way bigger.
Yeah.
With way more scope and way more fucking things going on. There's politics.
There's more dimensionality.
There's all this,
it's multifaceted in a way that's
there's
just...
Frontier Army.
Yeah, and the U.S. Army's a faction. There's these wagon trainers. They're a faction.
There's
you have Kevin Costner is his own faction. He's his own story.
There's these bounty hunter type people that are like, well, go hunt some Apaches.
Or you got to go kill them for what they did.
Because the townsfolk they pulled their money together to be like, let's revenge this shit.
Early on in the movie, Apaches attack the first settlement of Horizon. Or the second, because it was only it was like
they were just getting started for plotting out the land.
Yeah, he was measuring. There's a surveyor there, and he was plotting out all the different plots for people to buy, and then he gets killed, and then people. Anyway, so if time goes by,
oh my god, then there's that chick and her son and her
and that's a whole other thing, and those creepy
the prostitute chick who actually grew on me big time.
I started to really like her. She was great
because she was sassy and I don't know.
She's wild.
Yeah,
she's a wildflower.
And you could just I don't know, such good acting. Yeah, there's no way this is less than a 10 for me. I was, and that's not even that's not even my period. Like I don't really like the Wild West that much.
I love that shit, and for me it was.
But it just bit me.
Not quite.
Yeah, I couldn't fucking.
I don't know why it's not a 10.
I'll tell you this. It did. There was some pacing. There was a little bit of pacing parts where you're like, I was still into it because I feel like those needed to be told.
Oh, there's not a wasted scene.
Yeah, but it still seemed like. Because there wasn't action or anything for there was good chunks an hour.
When it happens, it's fucking brutal though.
It's super brutal.
It's early on when that family is stuck in their house.
Yes.
And everyone keeps showing up and they're having gunfights with the Apache out of the house, and then it's just all those characters at that point.
Yep. You've got to learn them. And they're having a town dance.
There's just happy and you get to, and then it's just
ambushed
fucking
and murdered.
It's just survival of the fittest.
It is.
And it's just.
And this chick, dude, it's crazy. She crawls under there's a little. With her daughter, they get underneath this thing. She disassembles a fucking shotgun and because they're in like a crawl space.
Yeah, underneath the house.
And punch it up through the ground.
Yep.
And then use it to breathe.
Because they're suffocating.
Because it's a little tiny crawl, and they're hiding from these.
A 10. I feel like I can't retract it though.
Well, if you say it's a 10, I'll throw it up on the screen. Just make up your mind.
It's
okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, just make up your damn mind.
I think the
so
part
we can move
that
on.
piqued me was when the girl. It flashed into my head, and then I was like, you know what? That's the emotional part that I needed.
Oh yeah.
When she starts cutting out all the things and she gives it to the soldiers, and then what's his name is like, it'd be pretty good if he gave it.
If she cut out a bunch more of these.
So
flowers.
all of the like flowers that are embroidered on her blanket, she cuts them out for all the soldiers who are marching off to go deal with the Apaches.
Yeah.
And it's just this really emotional moment. And
what's the
actor? Who is he?
It's the guy who played Yondu in Guardians of the Galaxy.
He's fucking great in this too. I love
Michael Rooker.
And then it's the dude from Avatar, the first one.
Sam Worthington.
Yes, he's awesome. He's a lieutenant.
I bought him so good on that one. Like, holy shit. Even, I don't know that he's a character actor. The Sergeant.
Get her. Yeah. Yeah.
I know him from a ton of movies. Yeah. He's always like a cop. But he's but I don't know his name because he's like a character actor. But he did great. I don't know, dude. It's just so well written.
It is.
And like, even the bad guys, that dude and his brother who got killed.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm kind of like on their team too.
I am too. I was like, go kill Kevin Costner.
Go get him.
But it's like, Kevin Costner, you need to defend yourself from these motherfuckers because they're coming for you. Well, it's like I buy both sides.
There's like one guy that is truly a villainous person, maybe two characters, like the brother.
It's the shitty Apache.
Yep. And then the brother.
And then the brother who gets killed.
Yeah.
That Kevin Costner shoots in a shootout.
They have a shootout.
Them walking up the hill talking was
one of the best scenes I've ever seen.
It was amazing. And then
I was so like, what are you gonna do with this fucking asshole?
And he's got this gun because he's like this tough motherfucker. He's got this gun and he turns around and he sees Kevin Costner's got his gun ready. And he's like, I guess this is happening.
Yeah, he knew it, and Kevin Costner plays cool the whole time.
He did, and he had cocked it, and the dude heard him cock it. Like,
and he's like, oh, God.
And he turns around like all nonchalant, like, I'm the baddest motherfucker.
He's
one
of them.
He threatened him. He's like, your head's going to roll all the way down this hill.
Yep.
And all this shit. Man, God.
That dialogue.
It's punchy. Like,
it is.
The dialogue is like,
there's not a syllable wasted in that.
Yeah, man, it was great.
Yeah. So.
Fuck yeah.
I think.
I can't wait for August fucking 19th.
I know, man.
Or May the 16th.
I would almost watch this again. That's how good
I would too. I really would.
That's how fucking good that is, guys.
Oh, man. So I was talking with like my son and like we want to go travel the world and like go somewhere else and like I want to see whatever other climates are like. Yeah. It's like, dude, America is so fucking beautiful.
It is.
I need to go west and just check some of the shit out.
Yeah, I mean,
because I was the crazy drone shots of the fucking areas.
Oh, dude, whether it was Montana or fucking Wyoming or
they go through Kansas,
Southwest.
Yeah,
like all of that shit. It's all converging on the city. It seems like. Yeah, I have a feeling Kevin Costner being on the run is going to run down to
Horizon,
and then that's where a lot of shit's going to happen. And I have a feeling that there's going to be other bigger power players involved, and then we're going to understand why this is being funded and people are being funneled there, and then like other things.
Correct.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I think there's something so grand about this.
There's a menacing thing going on here, and
they're trying to get everyone to go to this Horizon, and it's like just people who have nothing to lose.
Yeah, that's what it is,
and it's crazy. So like, I wonder if it, that time period. It always kind of goes back to the railroad.
Oh yeah.
So
everything is built.
Kind of back then. You can't really. That was the superpowers were the ones making the railroads.
It still is to this day.
Kinda.
Besides, it's the easiest way to ship huge amounts of shit.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway, that was great.
When he shot.
So every time someone dies It's so believable too.
Yeah.
Like it's not like
He shot that guy fucking 8 times.
he shot him like
He wouldn't go
7
down.
times in the chest. You can tell he's like trying to talk.
He was just like, you motherfucker, and he's nope, another one. You want to say something else? Boom. And it was
going.
just like,
Boom,
stop,
boom.
don't grab that gun, boom, boom. And it was just like,
I like that he got shot twice.
and he's like, oh yeah, and he's like, oh.
It was one of those moments. He's got cover, and he's like shooting over the thing.
And then Kevin Costner's just like,
and he pops up, and Kevin Costner's right there, and just
he's
goes
like,
boom,
no,
boom, boom.
sorry, I'm
like,
not where
fuck
you're
yeah.
shooting
Like,
anymore.
I'm not where you think I am.
No, not
but he
even
just
so.
fucking.
You
murdered.
could see his reflection in the.
You could moving,
and I like that. That was
so
well,
clever.
Well done.
There's so many.
I liked his
scenes.
older brother, and I liked that family
When he
and
kicked
how
that dude so hard.
they're
I
just
know.
they're
They're like a family of outlaws.
they're like the Lannisters, if you
Yeah.
will, of Game of Thrones.
They
where
even
they
wear,
have,
like, pelts
they've
of
got
fucking-
all this. They're well off and
That
they're
dude's the
rugged
oldest brother?
still, but yeah,
He's the most badass fucking guy when
he kicked
talked.
his brother.
I
Dude.
know. Just him talking,
Boom.
I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, you don't fuck with. Why would you even talk twice to
Because
that
he's
guy?
his brother.
Well, I mean, he's a little rat, shitty little fucking.
And that dude was a
limo.
tough son of a bitch too.
Yeah.
But he's like a foot shorter than his brother.
So I'm wondering what's going to happen with the woman that they have now.
I think she's already dead.
Oh, probably.
Remember the mom of that family?
See
is like,
again? Yeah.
she's like that boy because they're trying to get the son. So this girl,
Because it's an illegitimate kid, right?
no, I think it's that dude's fucking son.
Oh.
It didn't really explain it.
I'm not sure who.
That's what I like though. There was no heavy-handed
no
exposition.
It was all in the dialogue. We don't really know.
I had to piece it together what
you
was
do.
going on
you
a
have
lot
to
of times.
figure it out a couple times.
And then I was
wait.
like, okay. And I respect that way more because I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
more invested now that I've been paying attention.
Well,
so
you have to pay attention, and then there's that aha moment, and that just lights up your fucking brain.
And that happened like a bunch of times.
Yeah, like even when the prostitute was with that other guy, we're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
But it's really an insightful scene, and
Correct.
she's just snappy.
She's trying to make money, and
Yeah,
it is
so
what
she
it
can
is.
get out of there and whatever. But like,
But that kid. So I think what happened
so in the beginning,
chick
it shows
was with
her.
She shoots her husband.
Yeah.
Like 3
Well, why
times
was
in the
she
chest.
with him?
I think they're married. But I think he was beating her.
Yeah,
so she
he
tried
was.
to kill him
Yeah.
and take the kid, but he lived.
Yeah, he
So
survived.
then his brothers went to find her and that kid.
But whose kid is it? That's it.
The dude that she shot.
So that when the son and the dad are sitting there looking over the brother,
The dead brother, yeah.
that's the dad that was shot.
No.
Oh.
That's the dad of all the brothers.
Oh,
One of the brothers got shot. His brothers are going after that chick.
I was like, what?
Yes.
How is that? Okay.
Yep.
That makes total sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I fucked
and
that
their
up.
brothers are just avenging him.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't die.
And you're like, they have all the reason to do that.
Correct.
And then the people who are on the other side have all the reson to do what they did.
There's so much-
And so you're like, who's
so
the
much
good guy?
well-written-
There's not a good guy. They're all
well-written
good guys
motivation.
anyway. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the motivations in this movie are what make it a 10. Because it's like,
They're legit.
it's
and
not some stupid cookie cutter shit. It's like
No.
so perfectly written.
Yeah,
It's
even
awesome.
even Kevin Costner's character, you can tell he's like the only, well, not the only, but like the one of the. He's quiet and
Yes.
stoic and has a like he's
I have
composed.
a feeling.
We'll say
I have a feeling he's
But-
ex-lawman.
probably it doesn't
like a
really
ranger or
say
something, no.
what he's. Because they keep asking him where he's
Yeah.
from, and he gives like
Vague shit,
and
yeah.
he's like, I'm not really gonna tell you, and I'm here for. Oh, really? Well, you said you had another job, and what was that? And like they keep pushing him and all the time. And
The one
you
guy
don't
was
really,
pushing him
yeah,
hard.
you just don't find he doesn't ever actually say what he.
Which I'll be happy if he doesn't. I like the mystery of his
mystery,
past because it kind of makes me respect him more. Because I
Well,
can
yeah, 'cause he's not
imagine
gonna-
whatever I want.
Yeah, you kind of you can fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
I'm sure at some he might even been military or something. He's an older guy.
Yeah,
so he
he's
could
in
have
his
had a whole
60s.
career,
Yep.
you know, and then whatever. So
He's
but-
super smart though about what to do. And,
Yes,
and like,
because-
these guys are tracking him.
Yeah,
and that
he's
girl
like
and the
paying
kid.
attention to, well, okay, they followed us this far,
Yep.
they invested this into it, and so when they find you or it's not going to be like, they're not going to just let you go. They'll
Yeah.
probably take you off to
Somewhere
someplace
quiet
and you know,
mix
whatever.
ya. Yeah.
And like, so he's just a smart guy. He's well written enough.
You can tell he
to,
probably tracked people. or
yeah,
something. That's
for
why I thought
sure.
maybe he was
and that's why he's
lawman.
like, oh, we'll be
Yeah.
okay up here because the fire.
We
won't
can
be,
risk a fire, but
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
super
so-
smart.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Well-written characters. Super
and then-
well.
and then-
there wasn't a bad acting scene.
No.
Not a single line. Everyone was so gruff and like perfect for where you were.
Yeah.
You can tell the people that are out in the woods act a little different than the people that are in these cities or like
the
these
city
campments.
folk who are along on the wagon train. They
Correct.
are way out of their element, and they have
Way
no
out.
idea. They keep
And
getting
Luke-
put into their place.
Luke Wilson is like,
so good.
why aren't you working?
What
you
are
see
you-
guys working, you fucking work.
You get up
you
there.
offer to help.
What are you fucking doing? Like,
Yeah.
He's like, and the bathing. You don't
bathing
bathe.
in the
That's our
drinking
water. We
water.
don't know where the next watering hole is. Like, he's
What the fuck, dude? You fucking idiots.
It's so good.
That's what he was like, basically talking to him
Yep,
like, you're fucking
yep,
idiots.
Yep. You don't really know what you're doing here.
Yeah,
I have
why
a
are
feeling
you
that couple. Well, we saw some montages, so they're going
Yeah,
to be in
they'll
it
be
for
important.
a while. They will be. I was like, maybe they'll just.
I feel like everyone's important.
They are.
I
That-
can already tell
yeah.
everyone, except for that shop owner who like sold him that kid those guns.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll probably see him again.
No, I mean there might be another group like that we
Yeah.
aren't thinking of. That they're
I'm
there
sure.
for a location.
Well, because they're
and
traveling.
Yeah,
it's a lot
exactly.
of traveling in this movie.
It is. Everyone's going somewhere.
They're all going to Horizon, I'm sure. But
yeah.
But we're gonna wrap this up and bravo, Kevin Costner.
Yeah,
Fuck
A
yeah.
plus, man.
Yeah, it was great.
I give it a 10.
Yes.
It's a 10. This is a must-see movie this
Go
summer.
see it and
Go
support it.
it because this is you're not going to find storytelling like this probably for another decade.
Right?
Like, not even kidding. Like,
I think
if it's this is just the first
I
one
know,
out of
out of
four.
four.
And it was 3 hours, and it felt like it was 10 minutes. It was too fast.
I honestly feel like this is like better written than like Lord of the Rings or
It is.
because they have like good dialogue and you love the characters and they get and their interactions with each other. I think this is on the same caliber, probably higher for sure.
I think it's way higher, and
Yes.
I'm way more into medieval fantasy than
Than
the West,
Wild
but I
West,
love
yeah.
the West. But still,
Gotcha.
this is way more.
Hell yeah.
This is more engaging,
It was.
and you actually.
I felt
The characters you don't want to see die. You don't want to see anything happen. You want them to
Every
get
character.
what they need out of life, and
Yes.
and it's getting.
I felt I was on the
Changed up
edge of my
from
seat like nonstop because of how people in the frontier Wild West would like, you spit on my shoe, boom.
Yeah,
Like,
it's pretty
It's
brutal.
all about like respect and shit, and you
Yeah.
could just there was a tension for
It's
because
palpable.
everyone thinks that they got a gun, that they're fucking badass.
Yeah,
Because it's true.
Most of them
you have
are.
a gun, you probably can kill someone.
They even kind of
You know what I'm
mentioned that,
saying?
like he was like pointing at his gun, like so you know how to use it? They go, yeah, or like it hasn't gotten much use, and he's like, oh, is it blah blah blah, something about like you don't know
You're
how
a
to use
pussy?
it. He's like,
He's
no,
like,
I just got it. I haven't used it yet,
Yeah.
so I'll show you. And he does.
Yeah, so many good lines.
He wipes him out
He
with
fucking
it.
destroys that dude.
Ices his ass. So
I feel like it was almost not fair, and I think if it was fair, that Kevin Costner would have died. I think
possible.
that dude is such a badass outlaw. Kevin
Yeah.
Costner already had his gun drawn
had
and
to.
basically aiming at him and cocked, and the guy had to unholster his
well,
and shoot him.
He was,
But Kevin Costner just got him. Yeah, I know.
Don't be stupid and
Yep.
try to pull your gun out when his is already cocked
Correct.
in his hand.
Yeah, that's being cocky.
That's exactly what that
Yeah.
is, and I think that
probably where the term came from.
I think probably actually.
Cocky.
I think that it just proves how smart his character was. He's like, oh, this is gonna end like this. Like,
Yes,
I'll
he's
pull
a
it
young
out
kid. I'm
and
60.
cock
I don't
it.
have the
I don't
fucking-
have time
I don't got
for
the quick
this.
draw
I don't-
either, like than he does.
Yeah, he's probably a great long shot though with a long rifle. So
I like that they fucking shared a drink though.
they did.
Like that was like
They did.
there's so much camaraderie and respect
weird. It's
among
so weird.
gunslingers and shit. You know?
It is. I definitely found that bounty hunting group that's walking
Yes.
around trying to go for. I guess they're going for scalps and revenge. They're looking for the
That
exact
kid's
party.
paying him with with his family's money.
Yes, he is.
He's paying a bunch of guys to go kill the Apaches that came and kill his parents.
Yep, that wiped out the town.
And they wiped out the town. And that's like this.
They're
and
their
you're
own
following
story,
them.
right?
Yeah.
But like inside that group,
And
there's other.
that oldest guy.
Oh, he's
so
scary.
badass and
He's scary.
He murders his own dude for fucking up.
Yep.
Which I was like, respect.
Yeah, well, as soon as you could see the guy's like behind the train. He's like whose horse
I
is
swear
that?
I
And
tied
then-
it up.
And then the kid's like, it's his horse or
Yeah.
whatever. And then the dude just looks at him like, oh, you're so fucking dead.
No,
because it almost
I
gave
think
them
he-
away.
I think he thought I'm so fucking dead.
I mean, you could tell. He looked at him and
Because
he's
the
like,
acting is so good.
he was like, oh no,
God damn.
And you can't have somebody like that on your team.
This is a fucking day one Blu-ray purchase for me.
So I will say this would go great if it was streamed and broken into small parts, I think once it goes to...
I like these big chunks.
No, I know, but like if it started out that way,
sure,
this would have just taken over. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I feel like this would just wipe the floor with anything out there. It's way better than any streaming shit I've seen. There's nothing else out there like this. But it's so long, you know, like you take the 12 hours or whatever.
There was like Railroad Empire or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of, you know, whatever. Yeah. I don't remember what it's called. It was something with the railroad, but I don't know. There's like Boardwalk Empire, all those older shows.
Yeah.
Deadwood. I still think that this as a movie has a really good start, finish. It's kind of in acts. Like it's kind of in a weird way.
It's got its slices, and you are rotating around
like 5 stories,
which keeps you like.
Yeah, I don't get bored because by the time they get to some sort of conclusion, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and then they're like, all right,
it jumps,
and then you're like,
boom,
I don't know,
it folds back on it, and you're like, okay, oh, that's where they were, that's right, and then you're like, do, and then it's got this rotation like a 6-gun, and it's just, and you're just
for real,
it's great. So
I can't believe I was bad-mouthing Kevin Costner. I'm so sorry, bro.
Yeah, dude,
so sorry, bro.
Really, we're so sorry for Waterworld. But other than that, I think, whatever.
Yeah, super good.
Wow. Fantastic.
Go see it. Support it. Pay good money for it.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, like, share, subscribe, bang the bell. Write a comment and let us know what you think. Is this really a 10?
I hope someone sees
like
this.
You guys gotta go see
in
this.
It's
absolutely
audience.
Fantastic. This might be the best movie. Well,
it's definitely my movie of the year so far.
Yeah, and like the thing is like, are we gonna see all 4 this year?
No, there's one in August, and they haven't announced when the next ones are. Okay. He shot them all at the same time.
They're done. They've got to be done.
Well, they take all that extra time to edit.
Right, but I mean, like all the.
I think he shot it all though. I'm pretty sure. Just like the same way Lord of the Rings was all shot at once.
Yeah, which is smart if you get it all done. I don't know when he started, but anyway. So that's going to be fun to look forward to.
One of the most beautiful movies.
Yeah.
Every fucking frame is like this so set up
massive
good
panorama. Like the background is just that desert Northwest with the canyons.
I can't believe this ain't in fucking IMAX. If this came out in IMAX, I would see it because the noise, just the horses clacking. There's moments of like complete silence where you're like, I'm just like into it.
Don't fart. Don't burp.
Or like it's completely silent, but you hear like crickets and like a horse clopping.
Yep.
And I'm just like, God, the atmosphere,
the crispness of the contrast of the silence, and then the
atmosphere is so like fucking.
He captured this.
Man. What a pleasant surprise.
What else is he doing? He needs to do more directing.
I bet he took fucking 5 years to make this.
I hope so. Because if he did it and it took 2, he's not from planet Earth. That's what's going on. The aliens are among us.
This is the big project he's been doing.
This is probably
for
like 10 years worth of his life.
Especially you got to sit and write it all. And to make all these intertwining
stories coming together.
There might even be more, dude. Yeah, but they might not be necessary yet.
That's the thing, because like that montage we're showing.
And here's the thing too, is a lot of those.
Can't stop talking about it.
I know. A lot of the 5 stories I can see in the future being more split up.
Yeah.
Because it's that many characters, they're not all going to stick together necessarily.
No, and I think that I think what's happening is you have the 5 different stories, and then from here you'll get like one guy's arc because everyone else is dead, and then like you know what I mean? Because it's like sprinkling down.
I can see new characters and stuff.
We saw it in the montage.
I bet we'll run into Prostitute again.
Oh, she better come back because
I love her.
She's great. She's super funny and sassy.
She just says I don't know. She's well written.
Yeah.
They're all well written. Anyway, we better let you go.
Anyway, guys, go see it.
Plus the intro.
You will not regret it at all. This is some of the best money you could spend in movie
for sure.
Period.
Support it.
So
I want to see him make more shit in the future.
Yep.
Didn't know you're so talented.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, we'll catch you later in the next Vertical Slice.
See ya.